All right, let's just check to see if there's any audio at all. Yes, there is. Okay, good. Oh, that hat's really not doing very well, is it? Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, the something or other. Friday, the 16th of January, 2025. What we have on tap today is some Von Helton from like last night, and then some retro Von Helton as well. So we'll start off with the current Von Helton. Let's take it away, Von Helton.
Well, guys, Mark Carney has said the quiet part out loud. Um, I don't know if you've heard yet, but if you haven't heard yet, I'm going to say the words. He said the quiet part out loud. New World Order. I told you, Canadians, that globalist piece of shit was going to get you in trouble. Now he's got you in trouble. Literally got you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He's went to China. He's made verbal agreements with China on these MOs is it MO or MOU or something like that? But anyway, and basically
MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, I think.
he hasn't really made no real deals. He's just agreed to agree to agree. It's like, well, when's he going to actually make a fucking deal? Oh well.
He is talking about my Prime Minister Mark Carney, who leads a government that recognized the state of Palestine. You can't get any worse than that as a politician. Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, is a piece of garbage. Absolute piece of garbage.
Well, he hasn't yet. You want some water, Sharpie Dog? He hasn't really made a deal. We're going to agree to agree to agree, and then we're going to agree some more. But he hasn't really made any deals. He hasn't. So where we're at on that is that Mr. Carney has basically sold China out. You know, Trump's saying no China or Russia in our backyard, and Carney's like, "Oh, y'all come on in."
Yeah.
And you ought to read the comments from the Canadians in this video.
Oh,
It's
sure.
quite telling.
Let's hear it.
One Canadian said, and I paraphrase because I don't have the exact quote in front of me because my video would pause if I did. But anyway, one Canadian literally said, "Where is Trump? We want Canada to be the next 10 to 11 states. Bring Trump. Bring on Trump." A Canadian actually posted that after hearing about what Mark Carney has done to Canada with these agreements to China. I mean, he has literally bent the knee.
Literally.
I mean, he's literally bent the knee to China, folks. Canada is done. Stick a fork in it. Canada is done. Another Canadian said, "I'd rather be the 51st state than to be a slave to Canada or China." Another Canadian posted that comment, and so yeah. Mark Carney, who we're now calling Carnage, after the Marvel supervillain, has stated. And by the way, that wasn't me that did that. By the way, that was Canadians that did that, not me. But yeah. So wow, we guys. Apparently, Mark Carney does want China in his backyard, and has made it abundantly clear that he wants China in his backyard. But yeah, he said the quiet part out loud, boys and girls. New World Order. And all the conspiracy theorists said, "I was right.
I've heard New World Order since what's his name? That George H.W. Bush, the first George Bush president. The first George Bush as president. He said once I think once Desert Storm was over or something, he said there is a new world order. And once the Soviet Union had crashed out of existence,
I was right, motherfuckers. I was right the whole goddamn time. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? I said, do not put a globalist in office. Do not put a communist in office. I am on record for that shit. I am consistent with that shit. I said, do not do these things. They will get you in trouble. They will always get you in trouble. Well, guess what? Canada is now in deep shit. And by the way, Canada is white
Whoosh.
and red colored flags too.
Yes,
Interesting.
indeed.
Could that be also what the red and white flashing lights from my UFO friend was about? I don't know. But what I do know is that I just got through watching a video from a Canadian about what Carney has done over in China in regards to Canada. And boy, this guy he said a lot. He said a whole lot. Apparently, China has been eavesdropping on the Canadian people. Well, that wouldn't sit well with me at all. And apparently, China has done something to their housing and other work related things and stuff. And I mean, he just rattled off a whole litany of things. And he's like, I don't want China in my backyard. But yeah. So wow, you ought to see. I wish you guys could read the comment section.
Why not? Well,
in
show
this
us.
video from Canadians. From Canadians saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we never signed on to be the how can I say this nicely? The teacher's pet of China, because I mean that's basically what Carney has made out Canada to be." Oh, and by the way, while Carney was in China, he railed against the United States, calling us every filthy name he could think of.
Like what?
And saying how great, and at the same time, saying how great China was, and just fawning all over China. But you want some more water? I just gave you water, dude. I just gave you water.
Fuck off on Helton, please.
Want some more? No. Go lay down.
Feed your
Go lay
dog.
down. Now you do this every time I do a video. You try to start something. You've already been outside 3 times. You don't need to be outside. Anyways, so yeah, crazy. But yeah, Carney said the quiet part out loud. New world order. New world order.
Wash your hands.
He said the quiet part out loud. Us conspiracy theorists, we've been laughed at, we've been lampooned, we've been called every dirty name in the book. Well, guess what? Your boy Mark Carney has now proved us right 100%. Totally bent the knee to China. No question about it. And like I said, he never, and the thing of it is, he never really got anything for y'all. He just made agreements to make agreements to make agreements. Well, what the hell is that? Well, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. What did he bring home? What did he actually bring home for Canada? Hello, what did he actually bring home for Canada, guys? Nothing. Nothing but promises. Nothing but more promise. He didn't even bring home a promise. He brought a promise to do more talking. That's what he promised. He promised to do more talking.
What are you doing?
What is that? MOH or whatever y'all calling it. Promised to do more talking. He didn't bring you home nothing. So, I mean, at least Trump is like, hey, man, the next.
Have you noticed something? No garbage bags in the windows. Huh. What do you think of that? Or how do you explain that?
11 states or 10, whatever. Let's see. Was it 10 provinces? 10 provinces and a territory, I think, is Canada, right? Am I right on that? 10 provinces and a territory. So that'd be 11 more states to the United States. And then if we secure Greenland, that would be another state. So that'd be 12 states. But I mean, but yeah, Carney literally bowed the knee, folks, and sold y'all out. I'm not making this shit up. I watched a Canadian's video about this, okay? I'm willing to get it straight from other Canadians. What the hell's going on? And they are mad. They are not happy. They are not happy with Carney. And I warned you guys. I said, this dude's a globalist. Don't put him in power. What are y'all doing? You're going out of the frying pan right into the microwave oven. You got rid of Trudeau, and now you're going to get Carney, who's an even worse globalist than Trudeau ever thought about being? Anywho, but yeah, I just got through watching a video from a Canadian about Canada and about what Carney has done, and they are not happy at all. They are not happy. And I warned you. I fucking warned you. I mean, what do you want me to say? I can't, I mean, I'm on record, man. My shit's out there. I am on record. Never.
I know, Von Helton, but the thing is, Von Helton, Irvi, you are irrelevant. Your opinions are irrelevant. Everything about you is irrelevant, other than the entertainment factor, which is cool.
Never put a communist or a globalist in power. Never do it. I'm on record for that shit. But, nobody listens to me, and as a result, bad shit happens. Well, now you lost your damn.
He's absolutely talking shit. Here in Canada, we have a housing a condo market collapse. What was happening? The Chinese were coming in. They were buying these condos, buying them what do they call pre-sales? Buying, just buying. And then they weren't living in them. They were buying them and they were just holding them just in case, I guess, something happened in China and they had to run away. They can come to Canada and they have an apartment. However, what the government has done is they've stopped that. You can't come in as a foreign investor and just buy properties anymore. So, that is not pro-Chinese at all. That's anti-Chinese, which I agree with. So I don't know what Vaughn's talking about here at all. And I don't think he does either.
Country, according to this one Canadian, he talked like you might have even lost Canada for good. I don't know.
You don't know any?
I don't know. I know there's an awful lot of Canadians in that fucking comment section saying, Trump, where you at? We need you. And I am not making that shit up. Because apparently people's been watching. They've been paying attention. They know that. They know this shit went south. At least Trump. You may not like Trump's demeanor because he does come off kind of raw and kind of rough. You may not like his demeanor, but at least he's never lied to you. Not yet. Not to Canadian. Not Canadians. I mean, he hasn't lied to you yet. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. I know there's a lot of pissed off Canadians right about now. Damn. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I mean, I warned you. I'm on record. I am on record warning you guys. So, my hands are clean. Well, kind of clean. The trolls just can't outstand that my hands get dirty. Well, you know what? Hey, I'm living in a black car and black seats and black clothing. Even my pants are black. And you wonder why my hands are black? I mean, seriously? Oh, well, whatever. Anyways, the point is, Sharpie ate some more of my damn lunch meat, you little brat. But that's okay. I don't care. I got plenty. I bought a whole new thing of lunch meat, so he can eat that last little bit of that one.
Yeah, you should feed the dog human.
Anyways,
kill him.
Wow, guys. Yeah, it sounds like you might be in some trouble. Because Carney literally said the quiet part out loud. New World Order. So there you go, man.
There you go. We're all
better. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I warned you. I mean, what can I say? I warned you. But yeah, he said the quiet part out loud. New World Order. Man, oh man. You are in deep shit, bro. You're in deep shit. Better be wishing and hoping that Trump can pull you out of this one. Because at this point, it sounds like Trump's the only one that can pull you out of this mess. And I'm not even joking. But yeah, you ought to see the comment section. For those of you that don't know, you ought to see the comment section on this video. Canadians are absolutely losing their shit. Because he did say the quiet part out loud on video in front of the whole damn world. New World Order. I warned you.
All right, I'm gonna fucking go to here. What did Mark Carney say about a new world order? Okay, in January 2026 now, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney used the term New World Order during a high-profile state visit to Beijing to describe a shifting global landscape characterized by the erosion of traditional multilateral institutions and the rise of sector-specific international coalitions. His comments focus on the following key themes. 1. Adaptation to fragmented global order. Strategic partnership with China. And historical context of the term. While Carney's 2026 remarks were tied to current geopolitical shifts, he has used similar phrasing in the past. In 2009, as governor of the Bank of Canada, he referred to a new world order in the context of globalized product, capital, and labor markets being essential for a renewal and resilient global economy following the financial crisis. Domestic and international reaction. Carney's use of the phrase New World Order sparked criticism from domestic political opponents and trade analysts who argued it signaled a pivot away from traditional Western alliances towards Beijing. Carney responded by clarifying that the world is still determining what the order is going to be and that Canada must be pragmatic in taking the world as it is, not as it was. I think he's got a point. I don't like Mark Carney at all. I really don't like Mark Carney. In fact, I hate the guy because he's pro-Palestinian, he's pro-Hamas, he's a pretty much a Muslim Brotherhood supporter. I think it's called Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, Muslim Brotherhood supporter. Don't like him at all. But anyway, there we go.
I am on record. I warned you. No communists, no globalists, ever. Because technically a globalist is a communist just on a global level. Hello? So technically globalists are communists as well. But anyway, the point is, no globalists, no communists. I'm on record for that. I am totally on record for that. And now Carney has sold y'all down the river. Literally. And didn't even get anything back for it.
Exactly. George H.W. Bush said the new world, as soon as after the Soviet Union collapsed, that was the new world order thing he said.
Except more promises to talk. Well, what's a promise to talk? Well, that not much. Did he actually bring anything back home? No, not according to these Canadians that I watched and their videos and their comments. No, he never gave any. He never brought anything back home. Just more promises to talk. I warned you. I fucking warned y'all. But if I can get that link to that video, I'm going to post it because I want everybody to go read that damn comment section. Because that comment section is a teller, buddy. It's a real teller. Trump, where you at? Trump, we need you. Trump, help us, Trump. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. So, what do you want me to say, man? I was right. I was right, folks. What do you want me to say? Never put a globalist in power. Never put a communist in power. You will lose every fucking time. You will lose every time. Every time. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter what country it is. You will lose every time. The people, the people always lose. Whenever there's a globalist or a communist, the people always fucking lose. They always fucking lose. Every time. Without fail. And now I've been 100% vindicated on Carnage here, because they're calling him Carnage now after the Marvel supervillain. Which, hey, if the shoe fits, right? Yeah, but anyways, let me get out of here and win. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, donate, pontificate, click the little bell, hit the subscribe button.
You said it.
That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video or do a live show. And whatever you do, realize that you should never, ever put a globalist or a communist in power. Never, ever. Don't do that shit. Research these people. Find out who they are. Find out what they represent. Find out who they hang with. It's important. There might be a quiz later. Oh, wait. Seems like Canada's now going to be getting the quiz, whether they like it or not. Huh. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I've bloviated enough. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, the total bloviator. All right, guys, I posted the link to my chat room, or to the video chat room, I suppose. So please join in. P.O., are you familiar with hanging out with us? So yeah, we have another one coming up. Luckily, Von Helton has something to say about Greenland.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on, but apparently the Danes have decided that they're going to be very, very, very reckless.
More coffee.
And they've called for NATO to send all kinds of troops over to Greenland because, oh my God, Trump is either A, going to invade, or B, Trump is going to pay off all the Greenlanders so that they ask for separation. And then Trump makes them a 51st state. Are you serious? And then he gets on the media with Brett Baer of Fox News. And Brett Baer says, "Hey, what's the problem if the Greenlanders get $100,000 apiece to vote for independence? What's wrong with that? Denmark's thousands of miles away over in Europe. America will be able to protect Greenland a hell of a lot quicker than Denmark will. That's for damn sure, because they're clear across the fucking pond." And he's like, "Well, the Greenlanders would never want to accept American money. They would never do that." And I didn't get to see the follow-up question from Brett Baer, but my follow-up question to that would be, okay, so then why did you go whining and crying to NATO, asking NATO to send troops over there? Are you sending the troops over there to stop Trump? Or are you sending the troops over there to quell an uprising from the people that want to demand independence? Oh, good question, huh? Why is he sending troops? Trump has no intentions of invading. Now, Russia and China might invade,
yeah, right.
but Trump has no intention of invading. So why are they sending troops? I'll tell you why they're sending troops. Remember that video I told you I watched, where that young kid went over there and interviewed all them Grenadians, and they said that the Danes hadn't helped them in centuries. They just basically see you bye, have a nice life. They haven't done shit for them in centuries. The Greenlanders said that out of their own damn mouth. And then when this young man, they asked him and said, "Well, hey, what if Trump gives you $100,000? Would you want independence?" And they said, "Hell yeah." Now, granted, that was mostly the younger folks that said that. This is true. The older folks weren't quite down with it, but the younger folks are like, "Hell yeah, man." But even the older folks in that video, because I watched the whole thing, even the older folks said that it had been years since the Danish had done anything for Greenland. Literally years and years and years. This was even the old folks saying this shit, not just the young folks. So I mean, okay, so we give the Greenlanders their money, and Greenland becomes a 51st state. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't understand why that's so controversial or so scary, particularly when you got Russian submarines, Russian destroyers, Chinese destroyers, and maybe even a cruiser or two sitting right off the coast of Greenland. At least according to Trump, they're right out there off the damn coast. Well, why are they there? And is NATO going to prevent Russia or China from invading? You know, this is happening. And remember, folks, this is happening in lieu of Canada going over to China and basically, saying, yeah, Canada's for sale to the highest bidder, and you're the highest bidder, China. So come on over here and buy all of our shit. Meanwhile, Trump's like, hey, China and Russia not in my backyard, which is something the Canadian people should be saying, I would think. And many are, apparently. But their leftist regime don't give a shit. Because he's a globalist. So he don't give a fuck. Right? But yeah, so this is escalating quickly. We now got troops from NATO.
Just to bring to your attention, Vaughn's windows are sparkling clean. You can see right through them, no problem at all.
That are literally going to Greenland, to supposedly quell an invasion from the United States? No. They're going over there in case the people vote for independence so that they can shut it down. That has to be what it is.
Has to be.
Because we're not really going to invade. Russia and China might invade, but we're not really going to invade. So I have to assume that these NATO troops are going over there to stop Greenlanders that may want Greenland to be independent. I mean, what else am I to assume from that? Right?
What else am I to assume from that? This guy's so thick.
Oh yeah, not much. I mean, it seems pretty cut and dry to me, man. Because we're not going to invade Greenland. That's stupid. That's retarded. And NATO is not going to fight Russia or China, apparently. I mean, isn't NATO giving Russia, isn't Russia, giving NATO natural gas? So, I mean, are they going to do anything to Russia?
Russia giving NATO natural gas? Let's ask. Let's find out. Is Russia giving NATO natural gas? No! Russia has largely stopped pipeline natural gas supply to most NATO countries, cutting off some, like Poland, Bulgaria, in 2022, and reducing overall flows drastically. Though some Russian liquefied natural gas, LNG, still reaches certain NATO members like Belgium and Spain, with Europe aiming to phase out Russian gas entirely by 2027. Von Helton is wrong again.
So, I mean, now China, I don't know. Of course, now, like I said, Canada's basically bowed the knee to China. So I guess what's the deal here? Denmark is just gonna give Russia and China Greenland. Is that what's going on? And you remember I talked to you about this in 2 videos ago. I said, hey, what is the Danish stance on Russia and China? Are they just going to capitulate and give Russia and China Greenland and give them access to that huge UFO bait ship that's buried under the ice? Makes you wonder.
Right.
And what are the Greenlander people? Are the Greenlander people going to be okay with Russia and China coming over there and taking over their damn country? I mean, if I got a choice between Russia and China taking over Greenland or the United States, I'm going to pick the United States every time. Not because I'm an American, not because I even live in the Western Hemisphere, but because it just makes good fucking sense. Period. It just makes good.
If you watched yesterday's Von Helton video that I covered, Von Helton thinks that there's a spaceship, a UFO buried in Greenland under the snow, which is melting, and that people actually live in this spaceship underground under the snow somehow.
Good sense.
Hey, Andrea.
America is literally next door. They are the logical one to be in charge of protecting Greenland. Period. End of story. The Dutch are thousands of miles away across the pond. It only makes sense that America would be the one to do it because we're closer. But hey, what the hell do I know, right?
Nothing.
But anyway, so now we've got troops landing. NATO troops are now landing in Greenland. And I absolutely believe that those people are there, those troops are there to keep the people of Greenland wanting independence, getting paid.
We got it. We got to do this. I'm sorry. Is NATO? Oops. I'll learn to type one day. Is NATO landing troops in Greenland? AI. Let's go to AI. Yes! As of January 15 to 16, 2026, military personnel from several European NATO allies have begun arriving in Greenland to participate in reconnaissance missions and plan joint exercises. Well, what else can you say? That's it.
And saying, yeah, man, we'll go on ahead and get independent. And I believe that's why the troops are there. Prove me wrong. You know, louder with Crowder. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, man. Because we're not invading.
No, military exercises is not invading, is not staying. Schmuck.
So why are the troops showing up? Is to quell any possibility of the Grenadians, Grenada, shit, the Greenlanders wanting independence. I mean, dude, you give somebody $100,000, that's a lot of fucking money. You know, that's a lot of money. And and like I said, that young boy that went over there and interviewed those people. Hey, if the United States gave you some money for independence, would you take independence? I said, yeah. So I think that's the real reason why the troops are landing in Greenland. I don't think it's to stop America. I don't think it's to stop Russia or China. I think it's to stop the Greenlanders from saying, hey, America is going to give us money. America is going to give us jobs, which is more than the Dutch have done for thousands of years.
How wrong can one possibly be about this issue? How wrong, how much wronger, more wrong could he be about the situation? Not much, not much.
And of course, they're going to be okay with that shit. Getting jobs and money, both, they're going to be okay with that. I mean, America, America, if Greenland becomes a 51st state, American jobs are going to go pouring into Greenland because there's people there that need work and they know it.
Yesterday you said, fuck, it'd be great if the United States takes over Greenland. Think of all the jobs. Think of all the Burger King jobs and the McDonald's jobs and the Wendy's jobs. Wow. It's like he really thinks with 30,000 people or 50,000 people or whatever live in Greenland that it's going to be a bustling economy if the US takes over. What an idiot.
And they're going to go in there. They're going to go in there like gangbusters, man. Hell, I'm tempted to go to Greenland so that I can get a fucking decent job,
4 acres. You are prophetic. Now, Vaughn wants to go to Greenland, which is great because he can get a job at Burger King there.
I can get a job sitting at a desk filing paperwork. I don't give a shit because it'll be a good paying job. I know it'll be a good paying job.
He wants a good paying job sitting at a desk filing papers. I don't give a shit as long as it's a good paying job. How out of touch with reality can one possibly be?
Won't be flipping burgers, that's for sure. It'll be a good paying job. Working those military jobs, doing paperwork and shit. But anywho, yeah. So there we are, boys and girls. NATO, in an act of defiance, is literally sending troops to Grenada. I keep saying Grenada. What the fuck?
Because
Sending troops to Greenland as we speak.
dementia.
Wow. That escalated quickly. Didn't these motherfuckers say that they had a productive discussion with Trump? Isn't that what they said in the video? That they had a productive discussion with Trump. Okay, why are you now sending troops over there? Why did you go whining and crying to NATO, saying, "Oh, you got to save us, you got to save us"? I know why. Because I tell you, you hand them people 100 grand and you give them a good paying job doing military work, working for the U.S. military, they're going to take it in a heartbeat. I know because we've already heard them. We heard it out of their own mouths.
Talking shit.
And even the old folks have said that the Dutch hadn't done shit for them in years. Or Denmark, is it Denmark? Whatever. I'm getting my names mixed up now for some stupid reason. But anyway, whatever.
Because you're stupid.
Point is that nobody done shit for the Greenlanders for years. Now all of a sudden that Trump is interested, now we're going to suddenly, oh my God, whatever.
He won't be employed by the
But
army.
this is ridiculous. And like I said, this comes on the heels of Canada's prime minister going over there and basically selling Canada to China. I mean, basically, and didn't even bring anything back to show for it except promises to do more talking. That's it. Promises to do more talking. They didn't bring nothing back. I mean, okay, Trump goes to Venezuela. What does Trump get? Trump's getting billions of gallons of oil. By the way, we've already got it back here now, I think they said. But yeah, so Trump goes over there. He gets billions of gallons of oil brought back over here to the States. He's getting a lucrative deal with Venezuela. He's talked to the opposition leader finally, which is something I requested him to do, if you'll remember. I said, talk to the Nobel Prize winner, see what she thinks, see what she has to say, hear her out. And Trump did exactly that.
Good one.
And supposedly she is giving Trump the Nobel Prize that she won, which is pretty badass, actually. So, but I that was my idea, if you'll remember. I told him, I said, Trump, go talk to her, man. You know, find out what her needs are, find out what she wants. You know, it's best to hear both sides, right? It's best to hear both sides of the story. It's always a good thing. So I don't know. We'll see how things are gonna pan out. But God, now we got NATO troops landing in Greenland for a perceived invasion that is never going to happen, at least not from the United States. Now, we might pay the Greenlanders to declare independence. We might do that, but we're not going to invade.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's stupid. So, what's up with these guys, man? Are they loco or something? What's going on? I don't know. But what I do know is that escalated quickly. Oh, we had a productive meeting with Trump. Yeah, well, then why did you just call for NATO to send troops to Greenland? Oh, because a lot of the Greenlanders said on video that if they got money and they got a military job, which pays good money, that they would be interested in independence. And we can't have that, boys and girls. We can't have the Greenlanders deciding for themselves that they want independence for Greenland. And this is sounding, oh my God, this is sounding so much like Alberta, Canada, isn't it? Isn't this sounding a lot like Alberta, Canada, all of a sudden?
What does that mean?
And how many years has Alberta, Canada been saying, hey, man, shit's getting deep out here. We might ought to consider doing our own thing.
Probably never.
Oh, no. It just seems... excuse me. It just seems a little... And damn, that's 15 minutes. Holy shit. Have I really been talking for 15 minutes? I guess I have. This is like, I don't know. This just seems really, really bizarre for some reason. And I'm telling you, it's got to be over that damn UFO base ship. Got to be.
Why aren't you just contacting Trump directly, Von Helton? Give him orders and instructions and directions, and then Trump will follow them and fix the world, just like you said, just like you suggested.
It's got to be. I'm telling you, man. Grenada again. Fuck me. Maybe Grenada's thinking about me. Greenland does not have a lot of minerals. They do not have a lot of oil, if any oil at all. I'm not even sure they have oil, but if they did, it would be very, very.
Let's go look. So, what natural resources are found in Greenland? Let's see. Greenland is rich in untapped natural resources, particularly rare earth elements, graphite, lithium, gold, iron ore, zinc, copper, and uranium, vital for technology and clean energy. So Greenland, according to Von Helton, has nothing.
Very small. They don't have very many minerals. So what is all the hubbub about, bub? That damn UFO base ship. That's my thinking.
That's your thing.
I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what's going on, guys. Is that damn UFO base ship? As now we got NATO troops are showing up because they don't want. I guess they don't want Trump to be in control of anything. I don't know. Seems kind of weird though. Don't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Oh man, this is ridiculous. Anyways, just thought I'd share. Peace out. Don't forget to like, share, rate, subscribe, donate, and pontificate because it is your gifts of love and donations that keep me going through these trying times. Have a wonderful evening and a blessed tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Toby Michael, send him his $5. Come on. Do it. Like his video, share his video, subscribe to his channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and pontificate and donate and pontificate and donate. Anyway, this is the end of Von Helton today. The next thing we have is Von Helton from yesteryear, actually from specifically January 7th, 2023, almost 3 years ago. And it is one of his morning coffees that we will hopefully spend a little time with. I don't want to spend too much time with it, but we'll see how it goes.
And this is
and before we carry on, if anybody wants to join, join the chat, join the conversation room, please click on the link and pop in and let's talk about Von Helton or Iran or whatever. I'd like to hear some opinions other than my own.
Is Morning Coffee 127. I have already ate my sausage because, well, I was hungry. I couldn't wait. So I ate all my sausage, but I still got my coffee. Yes, I do. I still got my coffee. We're still good this morning. And good old Kevin McCarthy, after 15 tries, I think it is, has finally been made speaker at 1 o'clock in the morning. Folks, whenever the government is doing something at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 or 3 in the morning, it is never a good thing. I will remind you that during the 2020 election and now the 2022 election, the midterm election, at 3 o'clock in the morning, what did they do? They switched all the votes and give them all to the fucking Democrats. They did that at 3 in the morning. Okay, so whenever the government is doing something in the middle of the fucking night, like they did for the Federal Reserve, the Act of 1913. What was the Act of 1913 done? It was done in the dark of night on Christmas Eve when most of Congress was away on holiday. It's true. That you can look that shit up. Okay. And the Federal Reserve literally put foreigners, because Rothschild is not an American, last I checked, put foreigners in charge of the finances in this country, which just totally violates the Constitution of the United States in every way, shape, form, and fashion. Because the Constitution says that Congress shall coin money, not some foreigner from another country. Okay. So, good old Kevin McCarthy, though, by God, he finally pulled it out at 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
He's old, eh?
Got his pound of flesh, his 30 shekels of silver. And so now we're welcome to hell, because if you thought Nancy Pelosi was bad, Kevin McCarthy is going to be worse. Remember, folks, Kevin McCarthy is a Democrat posing as a Republican. It doesn't get any worse than that, because that means the man will lie, cheat, steal, do whatever he has to get a position. But here's the really sad part about this whole goddamn thing. The sad part about this whole goddamn thing is that the reason the 20 Republicans that were fighting against him decided to flip and give him the gavel is because he supposedly signed off on some little pinky swear document that said he promises to do this and he promises to do that. The problem is that as soon as he gets the gavel, he doesn't have to keep any of them damn promises. Not a one. Oh, we'll kick him out of the House. No, well, I'm sorry. The Constitution says you can't kick him out once he gets that gavel. So where are you getting this shit that you can kick him out? Because I didn't.
I got a question about the Constitution. Does the Constitution guarantee welfare for those who refuse to work? It's a question I have for the US constitutionalists, of which I am not one. So the Constitution is what von Helton always refers to. And I'd like to know if in the Constitution, is there a clause for lazy bums to live off the government taxpayers as welfare? Is that in the Constitution? Because if it's not in the Constitution, then you can't do it, because that's Vaughn's rule.
Didn't read that in the Constitution. Once he gets to be Speaker of the House, that's it until the Democrats take over again. Why do you think we had Nancy Pelosi as Speaker for 50 goddamn years? Because nobody could get rid of her ass. She's sitting there destroying the goddamn country and nobody could get rid of her ass. But now suddenly, miraculously, we're going to be able to get rid of McCarthy.
Yeah, which is not in the Constitution. It's just legislated by Congress.
If he fucks up the country, no. You couldn't get rid of Nancy Pelosi for 50 fucking years. How you think you're going to get rid of good old Kevin? You ain't. You ain't. He's in there for life. He's like a fucking...
I like the way he chides people for not speaking proper English, and then he says, I ain't. You ain't.
Barnacle on our ass. Like I told people on True Social, he's a barnacle on our ass. You're not getting rid of him. He's not going anywhere. If you can't get rid of fucking Nancy Pelosi in 50 years, you sure as fuck aren't getting rid of Kevin McCarthy either. I don't care how many fucking documents he signed. Because once he gets that gavel, the Constitution says he's there. He's there, and that's it. You should have never give a liar the gavel, because that's what he is. He's a liar. He's a Democrat posing as a Republican. Wasn't that a lie?
Ooh, that's clever.
But not only that, boys and girls, not only that, but this man was a never-Trumper. He tried to destroy Trump's family, tried to destroy Trump himself, tried to get Trump impeached, tried to do all, just everything. Let me bring that list up, because I want to bring that list up because I don't have it memorized, obviously. So let me bring the list up, because I want to make sure I got the shit right. You know,
are we done with Canada?
Right? And by the way, this is not even a complete list. Okay, this is just shit, off the top of Laura Logan's head. This ain't the complete list, but it's good. It's good enough to get started with on. All right. Let me
There we
To
go.
unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Yeah, and good old Trump there before he left office turned the country over to the UN and FEMA. Wasn't that nice of him? Anyway, let me blow this up here a little bit so that y'all can read it. Laura Logan, McCarthy voted for same-sex marriage, vax mandates for military, 100 billion for Ukraine, to use Medicare to fund USPS, drafting of women, J6 committee, DC is a 51st state, amnesty for DACA, and more. And that's not even a complete list. And let me see if
You know, the thing is that this video is 3 years old, and he's talking about the Ukraine, $100 billion for Ukraine, which means we're already at war. When did they start? Was it like, when did they start the war? I can't remember. Was it February of 22? I can't remember. I just don't know. Help me out.
I've got that, but according to my understanding, Kevin McCarthy voted for the Democrats 67% of the time. You want to know how many times Nancy Pelosi sided with the Republicans? 5%. That's it. 5.
Over 4 years. Wow.
Okay. So yeah, Kevin McCarthy is going to be the one that sinks our battleship. No question about it. And Trump endorsed him. That's it. Trump endorsed him. Oh my God, I can't, And good old MTG, someone who's supposed to be MAGA, right? Supposed to be Make America Great Again. There she is, cuddling up with good old Kevin there. Look who was supposed to be MAGA. She voted around every time for the Weasel McCarthy. The establishment finally got to her. MTG, Rep MTG, is a traitor to the MAGA movement. They've got major, but that's a mistype. MAGA movement. At least now the rest of the world will know that she is a rhino. Well, yeah, of course. Of course she is. There's no...
Feb 2014. 2014 was when Russia took Crimea, isn't it? Few? Yeah, this is true.
Question she is. But yeah, now let's blow it up real close. Let's make it real close. I wonder what Frank is thinking right about now, seeing this picture. Hey Frank, you seeing this picture, buddy? What do you think of this picture? What do you think of this picture, Frank?
Who's Frank?
I know what I would think if my woman was hanging around with somebody. But that's just me. Hey, what the hell do I know, right?
Nothing.
I'm just a dumb old sorcerer out here in Kentucky. What the fuck would I know?
He's just a dumb old sorcerer out there in Kentucky. He just said it. A dumb old sorcerer.
Right? Fuck yeah. Oh, and here's another picture. Yeah. Congratulations, Mr. Speaker. Oh boy, everybody's just happy. They're just all happy that we got a Democrat as Speaker of the House now. They all just happy as a clam, buddy. We got a Democrat as Speaker. Everybody's happy now. Yeah, buddy.
Aren't both of those people out of politics now?
Liar. A flat out liar, buddy. Flat out liar, man. But it's all good. I'm sure it's all good. Now, here's my response to Marjorie Taylor Greene that I just posted this morning. I posted that this morning. Here's my response to her. All right. Let me blow it up here so y'all can read the fucker. See here. Okay, there we go. All right. So let me see if I got this right. We just put a Democrat posing as a Republican in the speaker chair because he pinky swore he'd keep some stupid promises we know that he won't keep as soon as he gets that gavel. Someone who actively tried to destroy Trump in every way, and Trump, you and the others now miraculously endorse. So all of it was kabuki theater. All of it. Wow. Just wow. And there's my response to Marjorie Taylor Greene, someone who supposedly is MAGA movement, who is pro-America.
2022.
Putting Democrats in positions of
That
power
makes
is
sense.
going to make America great again? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Marjorie?
Marjorie.
Hmm. I don't know, man. You know, I got a funny feeling we're in a slow boat to hell. That's what I told him on True Social. I said, we're in a slow boat to hell. Allow me to find you a seat. Because it looks like that's exactly what's... You know, the gods told me, they said they would be the ones that restore the republic. Well, you know what? It looks like it is, because the humans ain't doing jack shit. The humans ain't doing jack shit. But Vaughn, he pinky
Wow.
swore that he wouldn't fuck over the United States. Dude, you had 50 years to get rid of...
How much money have they spent in 4 years on this war on both sides? And how many people have died in this war on both sides? How primitive.
Get rid of Pelosi, and you didn't even try. But now suddenly we're going to be able to get rid of Kevin McCarthy? No, you're not. You have to abide by the Constitution. Does the Constitution allow for you to remove the Speaker?
The Constitution.
Yes. If he does something heinous like a murder or something, yes, you can remove him. Otherwise, you're stuck with him. Let me take my own fucking advice and Google that shit, shall we? Let me Google that shit and see. Let's find that shit out. Hang on just a second.
All right, let's see.
How to remove the Speaker of the House.
How to remove the Speaker of the House? Is that what he's doing? All right, well, let's preempt him. How to remove the Speaker of the House of Representatives. To remove the U.S. House Speaker, a member introduces a motion to vacate the chair, a privileged resolution requiring a House vote which passes with a simple majority. Okay, well, there you go. Simple majority. Let's see what he comes up with.
How to remove the Speaker of the House. The rules of the U.S. House of Representatives provide a device to remove a speaker from his job. Last week, a member of the House, Mark Meadows, filed a motion to vacate the chair, which would challenge the leadership of Speaker John Boehner and call for a new election for the speakership. Okay, that's the only way. The House also has the power to remove the Speaker if the Speaker is found to have committed an impeachable conduct, like I said, murder, rape, something really heinous. But is McCarthy going to do anything really heinous? No, he's not stupid. He's not going to do anything heinous. Like I said, you had 50 years to get rid of fucking Nancy Pelosi and you couldn't do it. But now suddenly you're gonna somehow, with a little pinky swear, you're gonna somehow miraculously be able to remove Kevin McCarthy when he starts destroying the country. No, you're not. If you couldn't get rid of Nancy, you're sure not going to get rid of Kevin. Okay, that little pinky swear, those little, that little document that you had him sign don't mean shit. If it doesn't conform to the Constitution, it don't mean shit. And the Constitution is clear. The only way to remove that son of a bitch is if he does something heinous. Otherwise, you ain't removing shit. Now, granted that you could call for him to be removed from the chair, but that's a temporary thing. That's not permanent. He's got to be removed for that day, but you can't remove him forever. He's right back again tomorrow. He's like a bad rash. You're not going to get rid of him. Okay? We've had Speaker Pelosi for 50 goddamn years. We're going to have this motherfucker probably for another 50.
All right, got to go there. How many years did Nancy Pelosi serve as Speaker of the House? Nancy Pelosi served 2 separate terms as Speaker of the House from 2007 to 2011. That's 4 years. And again from 2019 to 2023. And that's 4 years, totaling 8 years in the role. 8 years in the role. Making her the first woman to hold the position and blah, 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 blah. Von Helton says 50 years. Well, I'm going to have to Put that one there. That's just got to be it because this guy's thick. He's wrong.
I guess, because he's a Democrat, which means when it comes time for election, he'll get right back in because he's a fucking Democrat. So he'll get back in. You're never going to get rid of this son of a bitch. But Vaughn, you don't understand. He promised us. Yeah, fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Really? We have a better chance of space being real than fucking getting rid of McCarthy.
We got to play that again.
Democrat. So he'll get back in.
Listen to this.
You're never going to get rid of this son of a bitch. But Vaughn, you don't understand. He promised us. Yeah, fly me to the moon.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me play.
I went back too far. Sorry.
I mean, what the fuck, dude? Really?
Okay, he's going to say it now.
We have a better chance of space being real than fucking getting rid of McCarthy.
Did you hear that? We have a better chance at space being real than getting rid of Kevin McCarthy.
And I mean that both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we got rid of John Boehner and Nancy Pelosi and Paul Ryan and Dennis Hastert and Sam Rayburn. I'm sitting here looking at them. Tip O'Neill, Newt Gingrich, Dennis Hastert. These are prominent speakers of the House. Were we ever able to get rid of them? No. They have to be guilty of a heinous crime. They have to have done something that is an impeachable offense, like I just read to you. Well, holy fuck, all you got to do is keep your nose clean and you're speaker forever. Till somebody comes and boots you out in an election. Other than that, you ain't getting rid of his ass. Like I said, we've had 50 fucking years to get rid of Nancy Pelosi. We ain't done it yet until just now. And the only reason we did it now is because we're replacing her with another California Democrat. Remember, folks, Kevin McCarthy is a Democrat posing as a Republican. That's why we call him Rhino, Republican in name only, because he's not a Republican. He's a Democrat with an R after his name. That's why we call them rhinos, because they're actually Democrats. Okay, so another Democrat from California is now Speaker of the House again. Well, wait a minute. That's like changing deck chairs on the Titanic, isn't it? Yeah. So has anything really changed? No. Is America going to go to shit? Yeah. Like I said, the gods told me they would restore the republic. Not some man, not some group of people. The white hats are not coming to save you. Q is not coming to save you. Trump is not coming to save you. Trump's a civilian. What the fuck is Trump going to do? Trump can't do shit. He's a civilian. And if he does try to do something, he could actually be thrown in jail for that shit.
Whoops. I mean, he's not a civilian anymore, Trump. So shut up.
Okay, he's a civilian. He ain't nobody no more. He's not in office. He's a civilian. But anyway, the gods said they would restore the republic, not a bunch of humans. Okay. And like somebody on Truth Social posted, trust the plan. What? The plan is to put Democrats posing as Republicans into office. That's a bad plan. That's not a good plan. Okay. That's not a good plan. And so now, here we are. Day one of living hell until the gods intervene. And I don't know what, Vaughn, what are the gods going to do? I mean, these people are entrenched. What, I don't know. I'm not a deity. What do you want from me? I'm not a deity. They've got a plan. I don't know what the plan is. But now the gods I serve, their plan is legit. This plan by Q is a bunch of horse shit. But the plan that the gods have that I serve, that plan's real. They said they would restore the republic. Not Trump, not a group of people, not Q. Oh, Vaughn, you don't understand. A bunch of white hats are going to come and save the day miraculously out of nowhere. Or the military is going to come out of nowhere and just miraculously save it. No, they're not. Now, Putin might show up at our door. That would be interesting. That would be real interesting, now, wouldn't it? But yeah, this is, the dark of night, 1:00 in the fucking morning, and he manages to get the last vote that he needed. Have we heard this story before? Have we heard this fucking story before? Dark of night, he finally gets that last vote that he needs to squeak on in there. Son of a bitch.
Wow.
Matt
That was quite the sneezing fest I had.
Gaetz attempted to have Trump be Speaker of the House. But what was Q saying all that? Oh, these Q-tard folks, what were they saying this whole time? Oh, yeah, we'll get Trump in there as Speaker, and then once he gets to be Speaker, then that'll give him the chance to worm his way back into being president again and all this. Yeah, well, that ended up being bullshit, didn't it? Because Matt Gaetz put it to the test. He actually got on the House floor and wanted Trump to be Speaker. Nobody backed him, not one person. He was the only one that voted for Trump to be Speaker of the House. Okay, so that ended up being a fucking lie, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Ended up being a big ass lie. All right, so yeah, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The gods I serve will save this country. Not Q, not Trump, not some imaginary white hats, and not the military. The fucking woke military is going to save our ass? Really? A bunch of men running around wearing dresses is going to save my happy ass? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They might kill us all, but they're not going to save us. Fucking crazy, man.
I'm surprised that he, not retro, but current Von Helton, is not saying anything about Iran. Not a one word. He's going Greenland, Greenland, Greenland. When there's nothing happening there. But Iran is where things are popping. Oh, he's spinning into something.
But it's okay. Like I said, the gods I serve, they're watching. They're seeing what's happening. Whoops. Over there. They're watching what's happening. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, good old Kevin. The gift that keeps on giving. And boy, is he going to give. Now that he's got that fucking gavel, buddy, he's going to go to town. He's going to impeach Trump.
Cool.
He's going to fucking give billions more dollars to Ukraine. He's gonna fucking throw Trump's family in jail. He's gonna do all kinds of cool shit for the Democrats because he is a Democrat, you morons. What does rhino mean? Rhino, R-I-N-O, Republican in name only. Well, wait a minute. If he's not a Republican, what does that mean? Oh, he's a Democrat. So he's a Democrat posing as a Republican, a.k.a. a rhino. Common fucking sense, people. But yeah, no, this is gonna be it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We put a fucking liar in as Speaker of the House. Because that's what it is. I mean, he's a Democrat posing as a Republican. So he's lying his ass off. I'm a Republican when he ain't a Republican. He's a Democrat. So we put a liar, a literal liar, in as Speaker of the House, thinking that this liar will keep the promises that he signed off on a piece of fucking paper. That, by the way, does not conform to the Constitution, which says the only way to remove the Speaker is if he's committed some kind of heinous crime or something. Now, you can remove him from the chair for one day, but I mean, that's for one day. He's right back as Speaker again the next day. He's like a barnacle on our ass, like I said on True Social. He's like a barnacle on our ass. You're not going to get rid of him. You're stuck with him, just like we were stuck with Nancy Pelosi. Like I said, we in the slow boat to hell. Allow me to show you your seat. Damn, we are so screwed. We are so fucking screwed. It ain't even funny.
Ain't.
Someone on True Social said, we ain't going to bend the knee. Well, no, you might not bend the knee, but you might be bent over a chair. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
This guy's thick.
Wow. Couldn't get rid of Nancy in 50 years, but now suddenly, because good old McCarthy, pinky swore we'll be able to get rid of him in case he totally destroys the United States of America. We'll be able to. Third in line for the president. What happens if Biden gets sick and Kamala is out of commission? Then good old Democrat gets to be president of the United States. A liar, a patent liar, a deceiver. And where does deception come from, class?
Oh, man.
Oh, it comes from demons and evil spirits.
Right.
That's where deception originated from. He's
Demons and evil spirits is where it comes from, folks.
a deceiver. And now he's third in line for the president of the United States. Good going, guys. So if Biden gets 25 and Kamala bows out, his happy ass gets to be president. You don't think that's by design? I'll bet you bottom dollar that's by design. I'll bet you bottom dollar that this is all pre-staged and pre-planned out.
Bottom
25 Biden, Kamala bows out, and Kevin McCarthy walks right into the presidency. How much you want to bet?
$1 million. $1 million, Von Helton.
How much you want to bet? I'm on record right now saying this shit. You watch. Let's watch and see what happens.
He's
Let's
on record.
watch and see what happens. I got a funny feeling that that's exactly what's going to go down. I got a
Well,
funny feeling
you're
that's
wrong.
exactly what's going to go down.
You're wrong.
I could be wrong.
You
admittedly.
are wrong.
I am a fallible human being. I'm not a god. But I got a funny feeling that they're going to 25 Biden. Article 25, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. Article 25 allows the Democrats to remove the president of the United States if he's a Democrat. So though Article 25 is asked, get him out of there. And then Kamala steps aside, and then good old Kevin McCarthy walks right into the presidency.
How did that work out?
A deceiver, a liar, is president of the United States. Won't that be fun? Won't that be smashing? A commie liar. Because, I mean, what is the Democrat Party today? It's communists. You know, that's why, oh, let's give billions to Ukraine. Meanwhile, we got a 1950 train system that desperately needs to be updated.
Why, you can take the train somewhere?
We got foreigners flooding in by the billions. And I said billions. That's right.
Billions.
See, they say millions, but that's just the ones that's been documented, right? Yeah.
Foreigners are flowing in by the billions, he says.
Not counting the ones that ain't been documented. So it could theoretically be billions. Theoretically. It isn't that high, I'm sure, but still. Oh, fun times, man. Fun times. Please, gods of creation.
You have no idea what's coming, Von Helton. Fun times indeed.
And fucking take care of this shit and fix this mess, because these motherfuckers are bound and determined to destroy this great nation. I pray to the gods of creation, please save this nation and restore this great republic that you created based upon freedom of religion, freedom to peaceably surrender, or assemble. Well, surrender too. Surrender too. But yeah, man, we gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop this shit. We just gotta stop this shit. This is insanity. This is just fucking insanity. And good old MTG, which I thought I knew. What a surprise, right? I didn't know shit, I guess, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, but please, gods of creation, hurry. Hurry, man, hurry. There ain't gonna be no country left. There's not gonna be a country left, man, if you don't expedite your situation. Oh, golly. And good, what about Trump? What about Trump? Yep. Kevin McCarthy literally tried to impeach Donald Trump, tried to get his family swatted at Mar-a-Lago, but yet Trump's on the internet endorsing McCarthy, the very man that tried to impeach him and tried to get his family swatted. Does that even make any fucking sense to you? Because it don't make a bit of sense to me. I think if somebody tried to get my family swatted and tried to get me impeached, that would be the last motherfucker I'd want as Speaker of the House, right? Hello? Am I talking crazy talk here? Or am I talking some sense here? That would be the last motherfucker I'd want as Speaker of the House, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Real interesting. But they sure as hell won't be no question that it was the gods that did it, because the humans ain't doing jack shit. They ain't doing a damn thing. Right? Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Going to be real interesting, people. I'll tell you, man.
Oh, good idea.
Wow, yeah. We put a Democrat from California in as Speaker of the House. And we got rid of a Democrat from California that was Speaker of the House. So we changed anything? No. No, we ain't changed nothing. Have we? No. We ain't changed nothing. Switch one Democrat for another. That's it. That's all we done. That's what Rhino means. Republican in name only. Okay, well, if he isn't a Republican, what is he? A Democrat, right? Yeah. Only got two parties. Well, we got independents, but I mean, they're a dime a dozen. Bug? I've got a bug in here for some reason. Anyway, one of them little black beetles, probably. There's little teeny tiny black beetles. Real small. Real tiny. And every once in a while, I'll see one of them little buggers, and he'll sneak in the house to get away from the cold. It's 35 out there, so it's cold out there. So the bugs are going to try to get in the house to get away from the cold.
Right.
But yeah, this is going to be interesting, and that is exactly 30 minutes. Praise be the gods, So yeah, well, we're going to see, guys. This is going to be fun. Actually, it's going to be fun for them and not much fun for me and you, till the gods intervene and kick their motherfucking ass. Which that's going to be a sight to see, I bet. Grab your popcorn, because I think the gods of creation about had enough of this shit. And remember, folks, the gods of creation is the one that built this nation. And they base this nation on freedom of religion. You have the freedom of religion to go anywhere and talk however you want and do whatever you want. No. You go to a public park and try to talk about religion, what happens? You get arrested, don't you? Yeah. You go to school with a Bible or with a Quran or with the Wiccan Read, what happens? You get suspended, don't you? Yeah. You try to pray in school, what happens? You get suspended.
Where's he getting this?
You can't do that anymore here in America. So has religious freedom been stifled in this country? Oh, hell yeah, it has. Hell yeah, it has. Get away, man. Bug, beetle, whatever the hell you are. Leave me alone.
Go have a shower.
So I don't know, man. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it. That's 30 minutes. Actually, 31 now. I keep talking more. I need to just shut it off. Anyway, y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
So there he goes. Von Helton. Von Helton. Okay. I don't have anything else. I thought somebody would come in and what's going on here? I thought that somebody would come in and join me, and we could have a chat and maybe comment on something. But no one's come here. No one's joined. We'll try again next time. I think every time I open up a room or go live, I'm going to put I'll put the link to the join room, and then you guys can join. I'm going to end it soon here and come back. When I do come back, it'll be Iran, Israel. We'll be talking more about other things other than Von Helton and what are those others? Rev and Jason and Shani and whoever. unless something happens there, we're coming back strong and looking at the world outside the world through visions other than Von Helton. That's what I think we'll do. Okay. So it's too bad that nobody joined, but that's okay. We'll try next time, and I'll try and be back as soon as possible. Okay. So you all take care. Thanks for watching. We shall see you. Bye.